Welcome to Pipin' Hot, where the takes are hot and the boys are not. Today's take is
Halloween Town, way better than Hocus Pocus.
What? The takes are hot.
The boys are not.
Welcome to Pipin' Hot, baby. Welcome to the Halloween Spooktacular episode of Pipin' Hot.
Yes, sir.
This is a special episode because we normally do it every 2 weeks, and this is, a week later. So you're welcome. And on the podcast today, we have a very special guest, my roommate, Belle.
Yeah.
We really do need a sound effect. Jaren said this last time. We really do need one.
I think it's better, no claps, just silence.
Belle is probably the person who has been mentioned the most on the podcast who has not been on the podcast.
I have?
Yeah, because I talk about my roommate every now and then.
Maybe I should listen.
And it's just me shitting on you.
Wow.
Honestly, don't listen. There was an episode where you weren't home and you ordered food, and I got a text from you like in the middle of the podcast, and I had to go get the food.
It for me. I was grateful.
And I had to go get the food.
Then you gotta send the most pretentious text or can't help you currently podcasting. Sorry.
Oh, dude, today literally I said I had a meeting in the morning, and then I had a meeting at we were scheduling another meeting, and they were like, "Can we do 3?" And I knew we had this, and I was like, I actually have another meeting from at 2. Could we do 3:34?
This is a business meeting. We'll call this a business meeting.
Pipin' Hot Halloween Spooktacular.
Very important.
We're all in costume today, which I'm really happy
proud of
about that
us.
we all
We
delivered.
did very well. Yeah.
So I'm happy that yours delivered.
Yeah, me too, actually, because I made sure to order mine well in advance, early in October, and no one was gonna get this hat to me in time for the outfit. They're all we can get it to you by November, and I was like, that's not gonna work. So I finally found one person who could get it on time. And I kid you not, an hour after I paid for everything, they were like, "Ooh, actually, we're not gonna get this to you until November." I was like, "What the hell?"
Dang! How'd you work that out?
I didn't. I was just maybe something will come through, because I was I kind of doubted it would take 2 weeks to get a hat to me. Also, it was through Etsy, so I figured the Etsy gods would just kind of go my way, and it arrived a week early. It was the first thing to arrive,
good.
so it worked out well. But yeah, pretty happy with the Dipper Pines outfit from Gravity Falls. Shout out.
You look like a good dipper. You didn't commit and you didn't shave. I shaved today, so I could commit to it.
I thought about it, but no. It wouldn't have really made it
Dipper's
that much.
grown up a little bit. Dipper.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're the same. Yeah, they're the
Same but opposite.
Is blue the opposite of red? Discuss.
That's actually the hot take. Surprise.
I'm a little sad because this was a full the glove, this and this all came together. It was the same thing. And this is a little small for my head, so it kind of looks I look like a little cone head. No, it fits fine, but it's small in the sense where it's it doesn't go to my ear, and it
What if it's a baby hat?
It might be a kid's hat, because I wanted to get
be.
I tend to wear snapbacks, so I was like, maybe I'll get because I would actually wear this normally if it was a snapback.
You can flatten it.
I can, but it's still it doesn't fix the
Still baby
problem.
hat. Yeah.
But I'm digging the Phoebe Bridgers costume,
Thank you. It's
That's
also
fire.
pajamas.
which is very nice.
Which is very nice and
Fantastic.
very comfortable. I walked on campus, was mildly bullied. It was worth it.
By the teachers.
By the staff.
By the
By
And then
Temple
students
University
were
staff.
like, "Come on, Phoebe," and I was like, "Thanks, guys."
I almost wanted to do Phoebe. I almost looked into a platinum wig
would fit you.
and getting yeah.
You could just
You're not doing that tonight though, right?
No, you could scout me and then ride this if you want.
I could find scalp you.
Yeah, you
Jesus
could.
Christ.
Oh my god.
Rather than a wig, it would come
Commitment.
quicker.
Hers is more silver though, right?
Yeah. It is true.
Bro, that's gotta be
And
a
that's
fit.
a very
One of these Halloweens we gotta try that, where all the boys are like JB would be
all
Carly
the
Rae
boys be
Jepsen.
Phoebe Bridgers.
Oh, we're just all
Okay,
Phoebe
okay.
Bridgers. I was thinking we all do something different, but we could
Well-
all be Phoebe Bridgers too.
If we all did didn't we assign pop princesses to all the boys? If we all did pop princess, who would we be?
Yeah,
Did you?
I believe so.
Do you remember who they were?
You were Maisie
I was
Peters.
I was Maisie.
That's
Yeah.
an honor.
JB was Phoebe. I was
honor.
Nikki. And
Nikki.
Wait, really?
Niki, not Nicki Minaj.
Oh. Yeah,
I
I was
thought,
like,
right?
Was JB
I
not?
was like, Barb's.
I could have sworn JB was Carly, but maybe.
If
it was
JB's
Phoebe.
Carly, I'll be Phoebe. Oh, no, you're right. It was JB was Phoebe. Will was Carly, and I was Claro.
Oh.
Would Will have been Carly? I feel like Will might be the least Carly Rae Jepsen fan.
Well, Will doesn't give a fuck. Will doesn't like indie female pop singers.
Valid. Fair enough.
Will would be anybody, he would be Nicki because he likes 88. So
Yeah. We can make it
I
work.
remember Clara.
There's more
though.
than enough. We can make a fit work. Yeah.
I could do the. Is there an outfit in Pretty Girl? I always have a webcam on me.
You guys could do the like edit of like that like really old Tumblr picture of like the like it's like the aesthetics of the kids against like the fence.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Where they're all
And-
black.
Yeah.
They're like wearing all black and like American Apparel, and then someone edits over it Jack Antonoff, and then like all the pop girls. That's
We could do
elite.
well if we did Jack Antonoff pop girls. It would be Taylor, Claro, Lord,
Yeah.
and is it only 3? Does he only do 3?
there's more.
I bet he
was
does somebody
working with-
else.
Wasn't he working with Lana? I'm crazy. I don't know.
Maybe.
He was being like producing everything this year, and Bleachers is good. We love
Bleachers
that.
is good. I like Bleachers. Oh, I also have Pokeball. I forgot to show. I have this,
Yes,
Empty.
sir.
which it had something in it, but I got it and my coworker wanted it, and it was like a Weevil or something, and I was like, I
Oh.
don't need this.
You were like,
a
sure.
Weevil.
Enjoy your Weevil.
That's crazy.
But to start us off with the episode, let's do Cameron. What's hot for you this week?
What's hot for me this week, bro? I gotta
Have
go.
you thought about this at all?
No. So what?
I can tell.
If you couldn't tell from my immediate reaction there. Actually, no. I am gonna go. We're gonna talk about this a little bit later, so it's kind of a preview of what we're gonna be talking about. But just like Halloween candy. Like I feel like any other time of the year, it's like candy is like so like sub tier. Like you don't like go out of your way to like eat candy. But like during
little tiny
Halloween,
candies,
it
you
goes so much crazier. Yeah, like maybe you'll stumble upon one, but like you don't really go out. But like all them Halloween bags they got now that are like 50 cents for
Like
a billion
candy over
pieces.
dessert.
Yeah, like every bit. Like I've only eaten food like that over the past week at this point. Like not a single fruit or veggie in sight.
I
Our
don't like
living
anything that's
room
left.
candy one is just like a weird bag. Like it's not like your Twix or Halloween Kit Kats. It's like now and later's, and like
It's like a sour pack, and I think we ate all of the. There were the 2 good ones were like the lemon head gummies or
Oh,
like
yeah.
jellies, and then there
Yeah.
were Smarties, and those are the only 2 that I liked.
yeah. Now it's just like
Now and later,
stale bubble gum.
bottle caps. I haven't seen a
caps.
bottle
Yeah.
cap.
But
since
I
I
don't
was
even
like
think they're
8.
branded ones. I think they're like.
If it was like
very
Laffy
interesting.
Taffies, I'd be like, maybe.
Oh,
into it.
absolutely. A
Laffy Taffys
banana
are
Laffy
crazy.
Taffy. It's the best thing.
I was
Agreed.
kind of anti banana Laffy Taffy.
Okay.
We're gonna have a
How
lot
could
of.
you be anti-banana?
Hey,
It's
hey,
the
hey!
best flavor.
We'll get to that later. We're gonna have a lot of arguments over Halloween candy in the last segment.
All of our biggest beefs have banana themed, and I'm not sure why at this point, but
Not even specifically food themed. They're just
I'm
banana themed.
pro banana.
just bananas.
in
I'm
every
pro banana.
context.
I'm just anti.
You're just
banana.
wrong.
Banana ice
In all the wrong
cream,
ways, you're
banana
pro banana.
milkshakes.
Oh, but bananas past whatever the yellow thing are really good in smoothies. So I had a banana peanut butter smoothie this morning.
Wait, what do you mean past
Okay.
the yellow thing?
I like them green,
Oh, like before
Yeah,
they're ripe.
like before they're ripe, like when they're
Yeah,
kind of
this
hard
man
and
I
likes
think
sour.
them
that's
raw.
better than when they're brown.
See, Team
Okay,
Green,
but
baby.
I don't like. Okay, we don't have time to dive into all of this, but they can't
We
be like
don't.
all brown. It's
Banana
just
chip.
spotted. It's
The
spotted.
green
That's
banana
ideal.
debate is a big one.
It's heated. There's a lot on the line. Anyways,
to
what's been
kinda
hot for you, Casey?
Continue that theme though with Halloween. I mean, this is our Halloween episode. Is I'm almost done with 31 Days of October. I did
Ooh.
every day. Well, I didn't do every day. I did just 31 throughout the month.
Yeah.
The
That's
2
crazy.
that were a little bit, weren't quite horror. I counted. I went to go see Lamb, which is
Mhm.
not horror, but it's got some elements. And we watched Dr. Parnassus, which is like spooky.
That's so good. I love that movie.
And I have one more. I watched Antlers last night, which was
Yes.
almost good. It was
Almost.
okay. We haven't talked about it. It was almost good. It was like
Okay.
2 script rewrites away from being good. And
Damn it, we were close.
so I have one left. I'm at 30,
Nice.
and so I don't need to watch one today. Don't need to watch one tomorrow. But on Sunday, I'm gonna put on Ghostbusters because I haven't seen it in
Classic.
forever.
Ooh, nice closer.
Oh, actually, I think this might have been what's hot for me last week too. I think I talked about horror movies as well.
I
So
think it was.
updates from then.
Girl versus Monster.
Girl vs.
Very hot
Monster,
for you.
the best Disney Channel original Halloween movie. which
Might get a second watch before the 31
it
days.
might. It's really good. Those Fearless and Had Me at Hello are insanely good. I don't think I mentioned Perfect Blue last time. I think it's a new one since recording. So Perfect Blue is my favorite one from the month. Anime from the 90s. Gorgeous. Pretty scary. It got me. And I
Very
saw The
nice.
Strangers, which was very scary and was about home invasion while you're home alone. And I was home alone that night. So
Oh, very fun.
Um,
Okay, sick. Very spooky.
so
How do they hold
that's-
up to the two movies we watched in New Hampshire? Like
I think
generally
I like
more
I
scary
think
or
I
less
like
scary?
that scarier. I think I like The
Mm.
Strangers better than because we watched Your Next and Funny Games.
You watched that Home Alone too, though, didn't you, Stranger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's different.
Which,
and-
spooky
That's
to
true.
be. Home invasion.
Because Funny Games
That's
is like
terrifying.
horror in the sense where it's like, aren't these guys fucked up? Like it's not that scary.
Right.
And then Your Next is like almost a comedy. So
Yeah.
The Strangers is the one that got me the most. I liked it the best too out of those. I wish we had watched it in New Hampshire because Your Next was not quite the vibe we were going for, but whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't the costume design go hard in that one too?
In Your Next or Strangers?
In Strangers.
Oh, it's a lot simpler than they show, but the one mask where it's like just a bag and like
it's like
two
a scarecrow
lines,
looking.
that's
yeah.
a great mask.
But that's what I'm saying. It's so crazy because like even though it's so simple, I remember watching it when I was like, whatever year it came out, small, and I was
Damn.
like,
Ooh.
that is scary, and I just like didn't look at windows for like a year.
It's fucking terrifying. Because the other two masks are just like basic, like I think they're like doll masks almost.
Yeah, but no,
but
the
his mask is
scarecrow,
iconic.
Weird.
Oh, also Dennis from Always Sunny is in it,
Oh.
and I completely did not know that at all, and it totally ruined that scene for me. What do you got? What's hot for you?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I'm ahead of the train, but I'm losing my mind about Red Taylor's version.
Well, we
it's-
almost wanted to have you after
that.
it came out, so we could talk about
Oh,
it. we
well,
might have you as an expert on that episode.
I would be glad
True.
to be that expert. It got moved up a week.
So it's coming out next week?
No,
Or 2
so it
weeks?
was going to be November 19th
Okay.
and now or 18th or whatever. Now it's the 12th. So it'll be coming out
So
on like the
soon.
13th, which is soon. But there's no single for it or anything yet. So everyone's just been like
Damn. It's gonna go
Waiting,
hard.
waiting.
and she's doing some merch and stuff, but I'm like, I knew like right after Halloween we're right into like Sad Girl Red Fall, and of course Phoebe's on that album.
I'm okay with it.
I'm losing my mind.
Red is my favorite of hers. I
Really?
think so. I think
Yeah.
Red's my favorite album.
It's gonna be a good
Um,
re-record.
Phoebe
That's
is
gonna be
on
great.
it. There's the
It's
10-minute All Too
crazy.
Well.
They said it's about apparently on the grapevine they're saying that the song that Phoebe's on is about like the growing up and like
Jesus
nostalgia shit, and I'm like, oh
I'm
my
not gonna
God.
survive.
That's what I said. I was like,
'Cause
of course.
Phoebe has that one line in Garden Song where she's like, "I don't know when you got taller," and I
Oh,
like
yes.
threw up.
Yeah.
So that's gonna
Projectile vomit.
wreck me. I'm
Yeah.
curious because I love All Too Well. I'm curious about a 10-minute version because I don't love long songs. So I'm
Yeah.
very
The
interested.
original one was 24 minutes long.
Jesus.
She literally
Oh my
wrote the
God.
Constitution, and then they were like, make this shorter, please.
That's
like,
insane.
She was writing like
Oh my
Grateful
God.
Dead.
See,
led
I would be
songs.
curious to hear the 24-minute version too.
I
I'm sure the
know.
10-minute is like the reduced good.
Yeah, she's
all the
probably
good
like
verses.
it's the same thing as the 24.
Because
Hopefully.
this is just more verses. Is that what's
Yeah.
happening?
R.I.P. Jake
Damn.
Gyllenhaal though. He's
Is that who it's
dead.
about? Is that song?
Oh no, all
All
like,
of Red? I love Jake
basically,
Gyllenhaal
yeah.
too. That's
because
great.
the moment I knew is like about him like skipping her 21st birthday party. Yeah.
Because I know I know the exes that she had whose songs are about, but I don't know which songs are to who.
Oh.
Like I'm not
yeah.
that far into the lore,
Yeah.
so
I-
that's hilarious.
Yeah, I can decipher.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal as well. Are you gonna be? Are you? Your apartment's gonna be bopping to Red re-release, right?
Oh, it's gonna be. It's so funny because I think there's a definite. It's definitely divided in the apartment. I think between me and JB, who are gonna be cranking it way too loud, and the other two roommates who don't give a fuck about it. But
They're
yes, that
not
would be the
gonna
only
care, 'cause
music.
they're like frat guys, right? They're both in frats.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not gonna go.
They're
fuck.
definitely.
They're gonna.
They like almost every other genre of music besides like poppy,
Taylor
like Taylor Swift. Like that's pretty much
They
it. So they will be
should if they know what's
disgusted.
good
See,
for
and I
them.
like.
But it's gonna be
only
it's
that
gonna be a
genre.
loud 72 hours of just nothing but Taylor Swift. So I'm very excited, actually. But yeah, I hope it's not too sad because it's coming in mid-November. So Taylor Swift
It's coming
has
in
to relax
peak
a little
seasonal
bit.
depression
Like
season.
right, like exactly.
We've got
Like
time.
she's gotta
I've already
relax.
like I have a playlist that's like fall, autumn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like, fell in love in October and
Yeah.
whatever, Flight of the Navigator. So it's like all kind of melancholy, and so I
Mhm.
haven't listened to it because I've been listening to Halloween shit all month.
Yeah.
Like this month has been the
It's
spookiest
the
time I've ever done
transition
it.
Period.
But I love like autumn in general, and this like may or may not be my last East Coast autumn in a long time, so I'm like
Oh.
soaking it in.
Sad.
Damn.
So Red is gonna hit hard, especially because that's like it's like a week before we go home, and then I'm gonna be like
Yeah.
in my hometown, like driving to it in the cold.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's gonna be brutal.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough couple of weeks post Red, but I'm excited nonetheless. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a banger.
And we're back
Yes, sir.
with the hot take.
The hot take. The hot
What are
take
your
take.
opening arguments?
Oh boy. Okay. So Hocus Pocus is like, I feel like around Halloween time, everyone's always like, "That's my black cat."
3.
crying." He has a hot take.
You come here.
Come here.
You can come on the bed.
Don't cry.
You're only allowed to come in my room if you are on the podcast.
If you're the prop, you could be the black cat
Unannounced
Halloween prop.
special guest on this episode.
Yeah.
3, come
He's the Halloween
He's just gonna go into my bed.
expert.
He goes into my bed all
He'll
the time.
come up. Come up. Anyway, I feel like every time it's around Halloween time, everyone's like, "Oh, the Halloween movie, Hocus Pocus." Like it plays during like that 13 nights of Halloween or 31 nights of Halloween,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
5 times. It's on like every hour, and I just feel like it's like the movie of Halloween. It's not even that good.
I have zero nostalgia for it because I watched it like
No.
3 years ago.
I feel like I'm supposed. No, well, I'm saying I feel like I'm supposed to because I did watch it as a kid.
Yeah.
But like I don't have a nostalgia for it. Do you know?
I don't know. Well, this is a funny take to start with because Cameron has no idea what either of these movies are.
No.
You've seen like, but you definitely have at least seen the like push of it, right? Like
maybe.
the Hocus
honestly,
Pocus
probably not.
bandwagon.
Do you not even know what Hocus Pocus is?
Not off
The
top.
witches. Oh my gosh!
Bette Midler?
It's Bette Midler. It's Sarah Jessica Parker and.
Sarah Jessica Parker's hot in that movie.
Oh, she is, and I'll get.
She's the best part of that
flamed for not
movie.
knowing the third actress, but
Wait, okay, I gotta like look it up and send it to you.
if you see a picture of it, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, I thought this was just the mascots for Halloween."
Okay.
That's
Yeah, I
literally
don't
the way
know.
they
I
make
don't
it
know
look.
how well I'm gonna recognize like these horror movies because I straight up missed all of the
It's
Halloween.
not.
Well,
It's a
it's like
kids movie.
Yeah, did you ever watch like Disney Channel original movies?
I mean, well,
D-
Cameron
Casey
didn't
knows
have
this,
cable.
but Casey can explain
didn't
this
have
for me.
Cameron,
Combs.
every goddamn minute he got, Cameron would say, "I don't have. I didn't grow up with cable during like 7th and 8th grade."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was a
Okay, I'm
menace to
sending
society.
you a photo.
All right, sick. Let me check this out. Let me see if I recognize any of this.
Hold on, wait. I haven't sent it yet. My messages have not loaded. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of. I'm not a big fan of. Sometimes I'm not a big fan of like, Victorian Gothic aesthetic. I don't love the aesthetic of this movie, and that's just a personal preference. Like, I think it's a little bit over the top, which is the point, I guess.
It's just weird.
It's
Like,
just kind of odd. As far as like kids Halloween movies go.
yeah.
So this is a hot take probably for a lot of people, but all three, like at least 2 of us agree, and then one has no idea what it
Yeah.
is. So
So therefore, on our side.
Halloween Town, very good, but that's like a class of its own.
Oh yeah, I just love Halloween Town. I could
Hold up.
watch
Let
it a
me look
million
this up.
times.
Like, what a good premise, Halloween Town.
Do you want a quick little synopsis of Halloween Town?
Give us the log line.
Me?
Yeah, what do you got?
Oh.
Pitch it to us.
I was like, or am I telling Cameron?
Pitch a 2002
I mean,
movie.
it's like it's these little kids who love Halloween, but their mom like keeps Halloween from them. Their mom's like, you're not allowed to dress up, you're not allowed to go out, which is so weird because kids love Halloween. And it's because their grandmom is a witch.
Died on Halloween.
Because she died on Halloween. She was murdered by a pumpkin.
She was shot
Um,
by
very
Jack
traumatized,
Skellington.
yeah. But they find out their grandma's a witch, and there's this whole universe called Halloween Town, where it's Halloween all the time, and it's everything's great. That's where all the goblins, the ghouls, everyone's so nice, and it's basically like
It's kind of just Nightmare Before Christmas.
yeah.
I was about to
it's-
say, is
yeah,
this
it's
not just the
literally
same thing as Nightmare Before
No.
Christmas?
But it's like I guess the universe of Nightmare Before Christmas in a way, like, and it's just so happy and so cute and Halloween every day. But the only time mortals can go is actually Halloween, and like the oldest of the family like visits there to like. She's like, oh, so excited that she's a witch, and she thinks it's so cool because she's like 13, and now she gets like the option. Her mom, she's old enough where she doesn't need her mom's. I don't know. It's so cute. It's just so fun. I love that movie. And Debbie Reynolds is their grandmother, the
Dewey.
witch, which is
Dewey,
cool.
come here.
'Cause
Oh,
Debbie Reynolds
he's gone.
rocks.
Okay, the one thing that I'll say about Halloween Town, also over Hocus Pocus, is that it's a little bit weird to me that, like, how often witches are used as the scapegoat for like the evil character
Yeah.
and like the behind
about
the
this.
evil of the thing. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I'm a big Blair Witch fan, but like it's used in everything.
Hmm.
And there are people who like actually practice, witchcraft, or at least like the ancient tradition that it's derived from.
I mean, even connect okay, because it when it gets into the religion thing, it's so specific because even like the like satanic temple and stuff is a real thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's a real thing, and usually they're like pretty good people. Like it's just a different type of religion, I guess. And it's so crazy because like when it's constantly in these Halloween movies, like I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Well, you actually know what you're talking about
Yeah.
here too,
Yes,
because you
I do.
know that stuff.
Yes, I do. I am a practicing pagan Wiccan, and
I live with a witch.
Yeah.
It's camouflage.
And
Which
I
means
was-
I'm a warlock.
yeah. And I was explaining to Casey that like in a way like it's not something that you find offensive because sometimes it could be really like cool. Like I love practical magic. I don't know if you've ever seen
I don't
that.
think I've seen it. I
It's
know it.
Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock, and a lot of people say that that's almost the most authentic, not
interesting.
authentic, because it's like I mean it's still like very supernatural in the way
Yeah.
that you would know, but it's just so like genuine and like kind of fun and family oriented, and like they focus their spells on like earthly elements and stuff. So like it is kind of more accurate than the whole like I mean Samantha and Bewitched with like the twinkle of the nose and something
Mhm.
appears like. But I don't know. Some of it's cool. It's fun. It's cute. But then there is the other times where it's like you just kind of roll your eyes because you're like, okay,
Well, it's like pretty.
you don't connect it.
It's like pretty often I feel like you're watching a movie and it's like just evil things are happening,
Mhm.
and then the explanation at the end is like,
It's a
oh,
witch.
somebody killed a witch, or there's a witch involved, and it's like, spooky shit. Like, but it's the only thing with like semi real world applications to it, which
Yeah.
I find interesting. And because I asked you the other day, I was curious about like, does that peeve you? Does that annoy
Yeah.
you?
I don't think it does. I think some people definitely do, but I think it's more of a peeve. I don't know if that's the right way when like people who are uber religious don't let their kids watch Halloween movies. I think
That's a good. Yeah.
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's more upsetting
Mhm.
because then it feels cast out that like this other religion you can't even absorb anything of
Sure.
the name.
Yeah. Right.
Like
right.
I think that's more almost like upsetting because like kids who can't even watch Harry Potter, like that's not what witches are like in real life, but it's like that's sad because
Yeah.
then like I don't know, even if you're getting an evil interpretation, that's better than being completely cut off from the idea of like fun and magic and like
Yeah.
different ways of looking at the world. It's just
Yeah.
weird. I think that's more upsetting.
Yeah, I was raised very Catholic, and my parents didn't let me watch The Golden Compass because
Yeah.
apparently that's anti-Christian.
Well, I think it like mentions demons, but
Well, my mom doesn't.
cool.
My mom doesn't like. We can't watch any devil demon related movies. So like if I'm watching like The Exorcist is off limits and stuff like that. She likes ghost movies, which implies an afterlife, so I don't know what that, you know.
Well, I
don't know
guess
why
there are
that's okay.
ghosts in Catholicism. Like that's not like blasphemous
true.
per se.
The
like there
holy
are
one,
good
there's
ghosts.
one.
Yeah,
There's a
there's
single
like
one.
oh, is there only
It's
one
actually
good ghost?
3, but it's 1. It's very confusing.
But
There's the one,
okay.
Casper the ghost.
There's
we love Casper.
Casper is in the Bible.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy, I believe.
Oh my gosh.
Is that a book? Is Deuteronomy a thing?
Don't ask me.
You're asking the wrong man.
Yeah.
It might be. It might not even.
You're the most knowledgeable.
It might
on
not
that.
even be anything close to the Catholicism. What is your favorite Halloween movie then? Like, you know, not horror, but like Halloween spooky, like kid
Halloween spooky. I did like The Babysitter a lot.
I
Oh.
love
Up
the
there.
Babysitter.
Babysitter goes crazy.
Even that is like ridiculous.
That's
like,
that's
goes
pretty
off.
violent. That's pretty yeah.
I feel like my favorite one might have to be like Nightmare Before Christmas. Like I do feel like it's
Oh,
more of a
well, yeah,
Halloween
that's
movie than
classic.
a Christmas movie. I mean, if someone asked me my favorite Christmas movie, I would also probably say Nightmare Before Christmas. It's just one of my favorite movies. But like, it's great. There's nothing wrong with it. I've watched it a couple
I
times
just
and like
heard-
still can't really pinpoint anything wrong. Like, great, perfect holiday
I
movie.
just heard crazy discourse about Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
Like recently, like a
It's
like
pro-
a
why is
a
why
tape-
is Nightmare Before Christmas problematic?
no,
Tell us.
I
Oh,
I
no.
kind of love it, and I think it's so no, I love it, and I think it's so interesting. But like, I don't know if you've heard like the rumors of like Tim Burton being racist. I don't know if
I
they're
believe
rumors.
it.
Well,
I don't.
love-
I've never heard it, but
love
I
Tim
believe
Burton.
it.
I love Tim
Me
Burton.
too.
I was raised on Tim Burton.
We're actually
like,
a pro cancellation podcast that we support everyone who's ever been canceled on
good
this
because
podcast.
if Tim Burton was canceled, like it does break.
and I
my-
mean everyone.
No, it breaks my heart because like yeah, people are gonna be held accountable for their actions, but like that is someone who I would struggle with.
Yeah.
You know, because I just love him so much.
You're like on the hit
Oh,
list. You're like, fuck.
I'm like rough.
We've got a
I
couple
could let
different.
go of J.K. Rowling very easily, but
Yeah,
but Tim
we-
Burton, that's gonna be a little.
We have a
hard.
couple lists of like, or I at least have one of like people I would be devastated if they
Yeah.
were Me Too'd. Where I'm like I'm like, you know, fuck. If
You would not
Donald Glover
recover
gets
from.
cut, I'm out. You know.
But apparently someone said like, why don't you have any like black actors in your movies, which is a very valid
Which is true.
criticism. A lot of movies
He actually has.
don't, but I don't think he has any.
He doesn't even have white actors. They're just like transparent.
Yeah,
Like, they're just like
Dead
ghastly.
actors. But that's what he said is that like, oh well, it doesn't fit my aesthetic. So people were like,
Oh no! Oh,
um,
that's pretty bad.
But the thing about Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm so happy we're talking about it because it's actually so
It's black coded.
funny,
It's queer coded.
is that it kind of is about cultural appropriation. Like, if you think about it.
I mean, sure.
I'm here for
Like,
it.
no,
Right? Yeah.
in a way, like Jack Skellington's like obsessed with Christmas.
Right.
He wants to be Santa, and he's
And then
like,
he ruins it.
and then he ruins it and tries to make it his own thing. And they're like, "Don't take Christmas from us.
That's
Stick
actually so
to
funny.
Halloween." And people
Stay
are
in
like,
your lane.
"Stay in your lane,
White
don't."
man.
Yeah, and so people were like, the fact that he has this movie
Uh-huh.
and it's just probably not self-aware is really funny.
I don't hate
Unless
that.
it is
Yeah.
self-aware, which then
There's no way it's self-aware.
Hello?
There's no way.
but that's so funny. It doesn't make me hate Nightmare Before Christmas. It doesn't make it bad. If anything, it makes it better. I kind of love it.
Well, I also think that we watched Corpse Bride recently, and
Mm.
I think that like the people that are alive in Corpse Bride feels to me like it looks
they're
like a
dickheads.
commentary of like European Puritan white culture.
Yeah,
And then
they're
and then they
dickheads.
go down to being dead, and everyone's just like having fun. And you're like, that's not the same thing.
Well, even when the dead people come like back in Corpse Bride, and sorry, Cameron, if you've never seen it, but
It's only 70 minutes. We're not spoiling much.
they come back up and they want to go inside the church for the wedding of the corpse bride, and the Catholic priest is like, "You're not allowed in the church." Which is just
E.
Are Tim Burton's movies not problematic, but actually wildly progressive? Have you not seen Corpse Bride?
What is
I haven't watched the like trilogy around like Nightmare Before
I
Christmas
like it
yet.
better.
oh, the
I
trilogy?
think.
I love that it's a trilogy.
I actually don't know if I like it better, but I like it a lot.
the trilogy.
I haven't
you know
seen
about
Frank
the
and
trilogy?
Weenie.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen Frank and Weenie, but I like Corpse Bride a lot. What were you gonna say?
I was just saying the concept of calling it a trilogy is also just brilliant with the concept of
I think that's cute.
Frank
it's
and
fun.
Weenie and Victor Van Dor and Scraps, and then
Yep.
eventually Zero and Jack Scott. Yeah.
You're
Something.
deep into it. I don't know the names. Victor
Oh,
Van
I'm
Dort.
That's
told you I was
crazy.
a Tim Burton
I
kid.
know. I'm not. What's your favorite Tim Burton other than the animated? Like, what's your live action pick?
I love Edward Scissorhands. I think that's a good Christmas movie. Have you seen Edward
It's an
Scissorhands?
interesting Christmas movie
The
pick.
score is beautiful.
Yeah, true.
I mean, anything Danny Elfman also does, and like that little tag team is always going to be like they read each other's minds
Yeah.
a little bit. But that like I think it's called like the ice dance of when like Winona Ryder is like spinning in the field and he has like the snow coming down. Just beautiful. It's like one of the most like moving piano pieces. I love Edward Scissorhands, and it's that like hyper pastel,
True.
which I
is
love.
cute.
Like the very cookie cutter houses, and then his like very gothic.
Yeah. Well, moral of the story, Hocus Pocus is just not even worthy of a conversation.
No.
And
It's sad
What
because
else?
it's. I mean, like
and Tim Burton is racist.
yeah. Like people do love Hocus Pocus, and I've been to Salem 5 times, and they filmed there, which is, I guess, the coolest part about it. But if you want a movie about Salem, watch Paranorman.
Watch Paranorman. Paranorman is my favorite, probably, kids-ish.
Well,
I
Leica
love Nightmare.
Films is great.
Leica, I think
Leica,
I think
Leica,
they're one of
I
the,
think it's Leica.
I have no idea.
Whoever are.
They're one of the best studios, period. I think Kubo is gorgeous,
Yeah.
and I mean it's all gorgeous, but like Paranorman, I rewatched it, might be my favorite of the bunch. Like I love Coraline, but I like that Paranorman's like an original story that they did, and it works on a lot of levels. But again, fucking, it's a witch. It's like a witch that's
It
being
is a witch.
evil.
But she is like I do.
She learns a lesson.
Well, she learns a lesson. She learns that friendship, by the power of friendship.
She learns that bullying is not okay,
Yeah.
even when you're the one bullied. The oppressor cannot be the oppressed.
No, I also think Paranorman's really cute for kids who, and a lot of movies are like this, like The Very Ugly Duckling,
Oh, absolutely.
where like Paranorman, like he talks to ghosts and everyone gaslights him, telling him
It's
he's crazy.
also one of the lines that surprised me is that they don't shy away from anything like actually serious. That like there's this one kid that's his friend, and he goes up and he's talking to Norman, and Norman is like, "Why do you want to talk to me?" And he's like, "Oh, they bully me all the time too." And he's like, "Why do they bully you?" And he's like, "Oh, it's probably because I'm fat." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, they actually said that in the thing. Like
Yeah.
usually they're like, oh, I'm different or whatever. Like, but they
Yeah.
actually like said it." And I was like, "Yeah, it's really good of them. Like, great on them."
Yeah. And a very underrated, I guess, part of Paranorman that's I sometimes even forget. They have like the jock who's supposed to date like the popular girl or whatever
Yeah.
at the end. He's gay.
Yep.
And like it's not even like a punchline. It's not even
Yeah.
like a let's make it
Leica.
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 It's not even like oh haha funny the handsome jock is gay. He's just like, "Oh, my boyfriend loves that movie."
Yeah.
And like that movie came out
It was
what?
2013, 2014.
Yeah, maybe even
Oh, no, 2014 was
2012,
Kubo.
2011.
You might be right, yeah.
And like for them to just like throw that in a kids movie
Yeah.
around the time of like gay marriage was like barely legalized
right.
for everyone, like it's cool. It's nice.
Anti-Hocus
job.
Pocus, pro-gay marriage.
That's my hot take.
What's up, Pipin' Hot? I think the best Halloween candy is Kit Kats. You got the chocolate coating, and then you got the crunch in the middle, and they're so fun to eat because I like to bite the chocolate off, like all of the chocolate off the top and the sides, and then it just leaves like the wafer, and then you can just eat the wafer. Is the texture, mwah, there's so many different varieties. You got the dark chocolate, you got the green tea one that I honestly haven't tried, but I'm sure it's fucking flames, because Kit Kats are flames.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
We just watched what you just saw. Our expert, Maria, host of the pod, gave us her take on what is this segment again? Drop it like it's hot.
What's the best Halloween candy? And this is
No,
I
what
mean
is
the
the
name of this
segment?
segment. Yeah.
I'm catching up. The Wi-Fi's catching up. That's right. Drop it like it's hot, I believe.
Cameron is a little out of it today, but it's his Wi-Fi's fault. It's not his fault. Yeah. So
unbelievable.
our experts' take on what the best Halloween candy is, which I think we're gonna have a lot of arguments on this one. Because I like Kit Kats a lot. I wouldn't say that they're. I wouldn't even put them in the top 5 probably.
I'm searching for a Kit Kat in my Halloween bag.
I was never searching for a Kit Kat. Oh, that's a good
Bro,
one.
Kit
Like,
Kats are
what
fire.
would we trade for? Like, what was it? What were we searching for?
Bro, I was always big on Reese's. I was always trying to
Reese's,
trade
yeah,
for
that
the
for
Reese's
sure.
because like they're always
No?
between kids with
Ooh.
peanut allergies and people who just don't fuck with like the peanut butter chocolate combo. It was
Yeah, I'll take it.
untapped potential. Like
Two
everyone
great
was
tastes
trying
that
to
taste great
they were great.
together. Reese's
Yeah,
peanut butter
it was
cups.
beautiful. Reese's are second, I think, for me overall
know
on
what
the tier
I-
Crunch
list.
bars.
Oh, crunch
Crunch
bars
bars
are
The
are
bad.
big, the
crazy.
supersized
Well,
crunch
any
bar. I'd be like,
supersized bar.
give it to me.
The thing about Reese's that I think is funny though is that I'm so used to getting Reese's minis now, like the mini ones,
Oh yeah.
that when I get a
Oh,
full
yeah.
cup,
You're
I'm
"This
like,
is so much."
this is pretty good. Like, because I don't always, I like the Reese's big cups better. I think like the mini ones. I don't know
Mhm.
the peanut butter's too condensed
The
or like too
big cups or the regular cups? 'Cause
like
they also have-
regular.
They've got big.
The
cups
regular.
Those
too
are
that
that's
are,
too
like,
much peanut butter. It's the same problem.
giant.
Like
What?
The
You can never
peanut
have
butter
too
to-
much peanut butter.
the peanut butter to chocolate ratio has to be. Oh, we can talk about like ratios because I have a specific Oreo ratio that's perfect for me.
Okay.
regular
Reese's peanut
ones.
butter has to be 60 chocolate, 40 peanut butter for me. And that's like roughly
Ooh.
what a regular cup is.
Sure.
Whereas I think
Okay, see,
a Reese's
mhm.
mini is like 60-40 the other way.
I feel like I gotta challenge that because especially on Halloween, because everything you eat on Halloween is so
Big
sweet
chocolate.
that when a Reese's
Yeah.
That's
actually
not a
has
bad
less
argument.
chocolate and is more peanut butter, it's like more salty, a little more savory. It's like kind of a nice distinguishing factor. So I like more peanut butter than chocolate in a Reese's.
I like that argument a lot. I just think that together the peanut butter gets too, sticky in your mouth and it's just
Oh,
like
it's
there's
so good
too
when it
much
does
Snickers
of it.
that.
does that
Ooh.
though too. Snickers with the caramel.
Snickers
you're
is
like,
not bad.
And then you're like choking on the peanuts.
Yeah, I was always
That's
a
the
Milky
thing.
Way
The
over
caramel's
Snickers
a little
person.
much.
I was
Milky Way
always a
goes crazy,
Milky
too.
Way person.
Yeah.
Um,
But have you seen on the topic of Kit Kats though too? Have you had the Halloween specific Kit Kats?
the orange
I
ones.
don't think
There's
so.
orange ones. So they're
Oh, the
orange. Yeah, there's orange and then they're like a light
I'm trying to
orange
remember.
inside.
I've seen them in Target, but I don't think I've actually grabbed them yet.
Yeah, they're
but I need to.
so good, and I love them,
yeah.
and I wait for them. But
I wait for them.
But this year they added a which Kit Kat so exciting, and it's
Witch Watch.
and it's a
God damn
fucking
it.
marshmallow flavored white chocolate, and it's a light green.
Oh, I'm kind of interested in this so far.
And then the inside is the regular
my
Kit
God.
Kat. And it's like, I don't like
my
white
God.
chocolate.
oh, I'm a
so-
white chocolate fan.
So I
Oh my
forget about
God.
it when it's
I like M&M.
orange chocolate. I'm like, when it's the orange Kit Kat, that's still white chocolate. But in my head, I'm like, no, it's not. And
Yeah.
Bro, Kit Kat about to make me act up. I'm gonna.
yeah,
What?
this I'm
I'm about
telling
to
you,
fuck
Bro,
this
that's
Kit Kat.
crazy.
I'm gonna get that marshmallow Kit Kat, and you're gonna try it. It's so good. The Witch Watch.
Kit Kats are no candy am I really gonna complain about. I just wouldn't put it like top 5. I'm also I think I'm the
Uh-huh.
only pro candy corn stan here, right?
Well, as
No,
in
I love candy
disgusting.
corn.
You
You
like
do?
candy corn?
Big fan. No, I'm big
Oh,
fan. Big fan.
Oh,
of candy
good. Okay,
corn.
okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know
Yeah,
if you were anti. I put a poll on my Instagram, which I think had the most reactions I think I've ever gotten to an Instagram, and it was like 55 pro, 45 anti. It was like pretty close.
No. You're
I
lying
like
to
it.
yourself.
I like it because I'm never gonna eat it outside of like October.
You like it because it tastes like wax.
Mhm.
Well, it doesn't taste like wax. It feels like wax. It's a different thing.
Yucky.
It tastes like pure child.
How do you know what just wax tastes like?
Have you
ever-
ever eaten a candle?
No. I was gonna say, you ever chew the wax around the Baby Belle cheese?
Yeah, of course I have.
That's a good point, actually.
You ever
I
licked a
have.
crayon?
That's fair. That's
You ever sniffed some glue?
Yeah.
Um,
It tastes like what it smells like.
there are certain candies like if I have too much of it, I'm not gonna like it anymore. But candy corn is like the perfect amount where it's like I only eat it around this time. I have it 2 or 3 times a season probably. My mom got me a box. I need to go get one for
No.
tomorrow or for Sunday or whatever. But yeah, it's like the
I
perfect.
used to be embarrassed that I didn't like it because I
You
didn't.
should be. Fuck
Not
you.
anymore. But when I was little, like I remember people being like, "Oh, candy corn," and being such a big Halloween person, I was like,
This is the hot take today,
"I
really.
love it," and I didn't, and it was so.
You
gross.
lied about it.
I used to be like, I used to eat it in front of my friends, and then
You
I'd
were
be
like, I've had sex and like candy corn.
Oh my god.
You're like, ugh.
yeah, I literally was like spitting it out in the grass. So gross.
I
don't
liked
like
it so much that there was
Ugh. I'm
You
like
were-
wincing at it.
Did you come in 6th grade, right?
Yeah. Yep.
5th grade, one of the things that we had to do as a class was like make a little like fake board game, like with all of our, you know how like
Mhm.
And you
like
made candy
kids'
corn land, and you thought you were
classrooms,
so great.
like you know how like kids' classrooms like had like like their faces to something fun.
Mhm.
Like ours was
Yep.
Candyland, and yeah, my land was candy corn. I think I was the candy
Oh,
corn
look at that.
king, candy corn
Creative.
fairy,
How
maybe.
humble.
If it was fairy, that's hilarious. I think I'm. How do my parents not know that I was queer?
Yeah,
I-
he said
Because I had little wings. I think I was a fairy. God damn, was I
were.
a gay boy?
No.
In the 5th grade. That's actually so funny. I still have it. It was like laminated. It looked pretty good. It was a good
You
design.
should hang it up on your wall.
I might.
That
It was
should
a
be
good
on your
design.
Tinder.
Yeah, you
Candy
should.
corn fairy.
I was a candy corn fairy. My parents came home and were like, "We're going to church."
That's your Xbox handle or whatever. Your gamer tag.
My gamer tag is candy corn fairy 299.
Hard.
Top tier is Halloween Oreos, the orange Oreos.
There are. I
Okay,
don't like
bro,
Oreos.
I was
and they're
trying
alright.
to. Halloween Oreos go crazy despite not changing the recipe. Because I was
Not
gonna
changing the
ask, like
recipe.
Wait,
Halloween
what?
Kit Kats.
Oh, there's orange. It's
Halloween
just a
Kit
dye.
Kats are
Are
like
you guys
orange.
serious?
It's just a
Yeah.
dye.
Yeah, it's
the
just a
same?
dye, but like
Yeah,
it tastes
you
so
have a
much
color
better.
thing, though,
I don't
right?
understand.
Oh, I do have a color thing with foods and stuff. I'm specific, but I
Mm.
like the orange ones for
Yeah.
some reason better.
Orange go crazy.
I
I
guess.
I mean, I like them better too, but it's because they're orange.
Brain go. Brrr.
Well, okay, and my perfect Oreo ratio is double stuffed one cookie is the perfect ratio because it's
Double
exactly
stuff with
half
the
and
one
half.
cookie?
It's
Wait,
exactly
what?
half and
Wow.
half.
Wait,
for
do you
you.
mean like one cookie?
I
Like not
take
the
off
bottom
one
cookie?
I take off one of the cookies, dip it in milk, so
No.
I have like a wafer, and that's like my my appetizer, and then I take the regular
Did you
double stuff and
get
eat
a
it.
chance to experience a Brookio? I didn't.
What is that?
It was like a limited edition thing, and Ava loses her mind over it. Ava's my cousin. It was brownie cookie dough
Inside
Oreo.
it? Oh,
Brownie
I saw
cookie
that.
dough Oreo, and she like, you know when like concert tickets go on sale and people are like, that was her with the Brookio. Like she made sure she like pre-ordered it from Walmart
Oh
and
my
was
god.
like, and then that was the only
That's a
one
terrible
she got.
name.
A Brookio.
A
I think
Brookio?
Brookio.
they're
That's
called.
awful.
I don't
That
think
sounds
I'm making
like
that up.
that sounds like a disease.
I think I say it wrong though, because every time I'm like, haha, remember the Brookio? She's like, it's the Brohikio. Like, I'm like, oh.
It's the
She like has
the
like,
Kiki Bro Boreo.
yeah.
Because I feel like when you hit like our age, I don't think about like specific like early childhood memories all that much. But when I like think about like I think
Is
about like
that
high
trauma?
school. I don't know. Was I abused? I have no
Is
idea.
that trauma? Do you
Um,
have gaps in your
I
childhood?
might. No, but every now and then,
That's the hot
like
take.
during Halloween, I will think about like going out with my neighbors, getting like because we've been trick or treating in so long, and I like going trick or treating and like pouring out the candy, like trading candies.
Mm.
Like, what was your go-to trade
Mhm.
candy?
With neighbors?
My neighbors were the same.
You had friends?
Yeah, my neighbors were.
Oh wow. There's a
uh,
lot to unpack in the last 3 minutes
Shout
here.
out Lormery and Davis. I think I shouted them out the last podcast too. They're never gonna know about this.
Text them a link.
Davis was my sister's age, a year younger, and then Lormery was my age, so we all like would go out together and trick or treat.
And you guys were supposed to get married?
we
all
were,
4 of you?
and then we stopped hanging out
Not like
after
all
like
four.
the 7. All 4 of us
Oh,
together.
The-
Yep.
the-
That has some pretty bad implications to it. What was your go-to trade? What was your trade? Like, I'll trade you this for this. Like, what did you not like versus what would you like the most?
It was pretty much just me and my little brother. I mean, I had like, again, mentioning Ava, like we would go all
Sure,
out together.
sure.
But when we got home, it was just me and my little brother Andy.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely didn't have to trade because I just stole from his bag.
Ooh,
Like I'm the
Mm.
older
I would
sister.
do that with my sister.
Like I'm
too.
the older
Yeah.
sister. Like I'm
Disrespectful.
like, and then he'll be like, yeah, very
Shut up,
disrespectful.
younger sibling.
Yeah.
This is an older
Older
sibling
siblings
podcast.
are scum.
But he'd always be like, "Oh, where's my banana Laffy Taffies?" And I'd be like, "You didn't get any banana." No, gaslight him.
You're like,
No.
what?
Oh my
I
God.
don't think you got any.
I'd be like,
what are you talking about?
"You didn't go trick or treating."
Laffy Taffy didn't come out with a banana flavor. What's
I
what are you on
took 2
about?
bags of candy. You didn't get any. No,
These are my pillow.
I
This
was
is my
usually
Thomas
honest
the
about
Tank
it.
Engine pillowcase.
he would know. He would be disappointed, but he would know. And I'd be like,
I
"If you
didn't-
stole something of mine, whatever."
I had a guilty conscience because I was raised by a Catholic woman, so I did not steal.
I was raised
unless
by the Holy
asking.
Spirit.
I was raised by Casper the Ghost.
Yeah.
Um,
I wish.
I was always, I was always trading away, because my parents would like take ones that I didn't like. So like I was always trading away Almond Joys. Was never a fan of Almond Joys. Didn't like coconut.
They took the ones you didn't like. I thought you were like, well, my parents always took the ones that I wanted.
That's what I was abused. That's what I told you.
Gaps.
I was always trading for those. I would always want Milky Ways. I would
Mm.
always trade away. I would always trade for M&Ms, and Hershey's are underrated. Like just like basic chocolate. Like I traded for those a lot.
They went downhill as we got older, and I don't think it's because we
I
got
agree.
older. I think it's because
We got wiser.
we got wiser. We learned friendship along the way.
Hershey
Because
taught us.
I don't know if it's true or not. Hershey's based in Pennsylvania, so
Yeah.
like the chocolate was usually coming from the factory,
Sure.
and then it became like a fake factory. It became
Yeah.
like a Willy Wonka like.
Was that in our
empty
lifetime
factory.
though?
I think so, and then they started making it. I think just in like Mexico, which
Sure.
good for Mexico maybe. I don't know.
No, probably not. They're not getting anything out of that deal.
Probably not.
Very bad for Mexico.
I actually think I saw some whole
and
thing about like
also
how
very bad for us.
we're stealing their produce and like not
Oh,
giving
God.
anything back, and I think it has to do with the same thing, like
Not
their cocoa
surprised.
and stuff.
I'm sorry, Mexico.
Yeah.
We get your
apologies.
produce, you get a Hershey factory that still makes us chocolate.
Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. You haven't answered this question. What do you got?
I would always trade away the like gummy candy. So I didn't like dots or like anything like that.
Oh, I didn't like
when I
dots
was a
either that
kid.
much.
And I would
I
always trade
liked
away. I would
dots.
always trade away for like the chocolate. So I would always go for like I wasn't a huge fan of Hershey, but like any of the like Milky Way, Kit Kat, Twix especially. I loved Twix.
I like Twix.
Oh,
I
thought
grew
like
into
all of
Twix.
those like kind
I
of
was like,
bars
then
I
what
would trade
chocolate
for.
did you like?
Yeah, I like sour candy, and I think most people traded for chocolate. I think I traded for sour candy a lot because I like some chocolate, but not all the time. Like I was always
Mhm.
trading for Nerds. I liked Nerds a lot.
Lies. I
Um,
still like
Kind of
nerds.
mid.
you do like Nerds. That's why you're rooming with me.
Yeah.
Because it was like an easy, palatable, little box. You shoot that shit back. That's how I learned how to take a shot.
Mm.
I just did
True.
it with Nerds.
You were like 7. You were like
I was like, down the hatch.
chasing it with a Twizzler.
Wait, Twizzlers or Red Vines?
Twizzlers.
Twizzlers.
Neither.
You don't like them at all?
Ooh.
Even like the pull and peel Twizzlers?
Those are even sweeter.
Not really. No, I was never big like
Wow.
licorice was never my thing, and like any kind of gummy candy wasn't a big plus.
Oh,
like
at all.
I like
Twizzlers
some
just kind of the
gummy
worst
candy.
of both worlds.
Mm.
Just not a big fan of them. The only gummy candies I kind of fucked with were like gummy bears, but they were just like so sweet that it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
who doesn't fuck with a
They
gummy
weren't my
bear?
favorite.
I didn't. Well, they hurt my teeth a little bit.
I have a Baron bag in my
Mm.
room right now for
A
some
Baron bag. What is
reason.
that?
I guess Baron bag of and just
It's just an empty bag. It's a Baron
no,
bag.
no, it's a full bag of gummy bears. It's like this big, but it's just like homeless in my room. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what
It's
word
like
I'm looking for.
around
It's
your
just
room.
no, it's in a cup, but I just
So it has a place.
but it's just there, and they'll never be eaten.
okay, that's fair.
And they're just there.
My mom got me gummy bats.
That sounds cute.
They were sour. They were a little bit weird. Wait, there
Sour
was
Mm.
gummy
one
bats.
What is-
sour.
It's freaking
Oh,
bats.
Red Vines taste like toothpaste, but I still like them.
I don't think I've ever
Hmm.
eaten a red vine. I think I'd see them and be like, I'm just gonna
I
get
see that.
something else.
This is like the fourth time I brought up church this episode, but we would always get them at Sunday school for some reason. They like my teacher like loved Red Vines and like gave us Red Vines.
It makes
Also,
sense.
I think it came out when we were like, probably like 6 or 7. But when Hershey's released the cookies and cream flavor, that I started to
Ooh.
go for that all
I
day.
Those
don't
are
like
really good.
that
Yeah.
because I don't like Oreos and I don't like white chocolate, so that's like
I like
my
both.
nightmare.
I like them both. I like
Yeah,
white.
it could be
I
rough.
used to say I like white chocolate better than milk chocolate, and then I grew up, and then now I like dark chocolate better than milk
Which is
chocolate.
also odd because my friend from the UK, Joshua.
Yep.
He is like, I mean, European chocolate's always like really good.
It is
like
better.
it's
Kinder,
just better. So
that
like
shit
when they
goes-
see a
That's
Hershey bar,
crazy.
they're like, that
Toblerones.
is literally a trash can. Like they think Hershey in general is just gross because they're so used to such good chocolate.
Yeah,
He loves the cookies and cream Hershey's.
it's
Like, he'll ask
I
for
love
them.
it. I love it.
They're both
Also,
pretty
I feel
crazy.
like I'm so
Yeah.
used to the big thing around Halloween or whatever candy. I'm trying to get this like gnat. Oh, we both went for it.
We both caught it somehow. No, I'm just
Neither.
kidding.
We got half and half.
Yeah.
because you always go for like Twix or Milky Way, like the bars with stuff. I don't normally eat like
Mhm.
just a Hershey bar, and so every time I do, I'm like, this is the way to go. It's just simple.
Do you remember
it's
the
good.
air Hershey's?
Yeah, those are weird.
Like why?
The bubbles.
Like the air hole.
It was
oh,
like
I do
soft.
remember that. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
I liked them.
I thought it was
Why?
kinda, I think I only
I
had it
don't
once or
know
twice. It
why.
was weird.
I think it was just
It's kinda
chocolate.
weird.
It doesn't change it.
There's some limited edition stuff from when we were younger. I think that doesn't get made anymore. That's weird. Like not really a dessert, but I definitely got it a few times in Halloween. Was Yogos? Y'all remember Yogos?
Somehow.
I choked on a
What
Yogo
is
one
it?
time and I like
Was it like a
pulled it out.
yogurt
And my
ball?
mom was like,
Wait, is that a yogurt ball?
"Yeah, it's like a ball of yogurt." It was like
Yeah.
Kellogg, I think did it. It was Kellogg's
And
yogurt.
what
it
was
was Kellogg's.
inside it?
Nothing. It was
Gummy?
just yogurt.
Oh.
It was like coated. It
More
was like
yogurt.
a hard coating. It was like a hard
Well,
coating.
well, yeah, because there's the yogurt covered raisins.
Raisinets. It's the only kind of raisins I'll eat.
I love yogurt raisins. I think they're so cute.
I like them, but I don't like raisins. I think raisins are disgusting.
Do you like chocolate covered raisins?
Raisins
Not
are
as
whack.
much.
I love raisins. If I was a kid and I got raisins in my Halloween bag,
Dude,
I'd
I
be
would
like,
trade. I would trade for you
"Alright, sure."
any
Who are you
day.
trading so
Yeah.
fast?
I would take your candy corn. You take my raisins any day of the
Please.
way. Any day of the week. It's 6 o'clock. That was pretty good. That was pretty successful.
Nice.
We nailed
Wow,
that
I
down.
think every time we mentioned a new candy, I looked at my camera and went, "Those go crazy." So if we learned nothing else in this episode, I'm just a candy
have
fan,
any
I
other-
guess.
Do you have any other candies to mention?
Okay, I don't know if this is a candy, but if any of your neighbors were real G's, they would hand out Toblerones at Halloween. And almost
Oh.
every neighborhood
Never.
had one king who would have like a giant bar. And so all the kids would be walking around with their bag with just like this like
I love
long ass,
that.
because they're like the long packages, so you could always
Yeah.
tell who had been to this guy's house because you had Toblerones.
Nice.
We
They're,
had
they're
the
not as much of a
king-size
Halloween
bars.
candy, but they're just so good.
Did your parents ever disappoint you
Yes.
and be like, "I'm gonna hand out pretzels this year," and you're like,
My-
"No!"
Mm.
Everyone at
My
school's
parents
gonna
did it a few
bully me.
times. My parents did that, but they also had candy. I think they had both.
I think my parents did the chip bags for when they
Oh,
ran out. But
I
like,
actually didn't
don't
even
do
hate
that.
getting pretzels sometimes though, because I got so much chocolate that like the bat
It'd be
shaped
nice,
pretzels.
yeah.
I was like, this
Oh.
is fine every now and
For
then.
some reason,
Could go
they
pretty
taste better
good.
too.
They do.
That's my weird food intake. I'm like shapes and colors.
Shapes and colors, the likes of which I've never seen. There was every now and then like one or two houses that had like king size bars that I would be like they're like those were clutch.
Yeah, those guys
the
were
cookies
also
and cream king
heroes.
size or
Yeah.
like full Milky Ways as opposed to like the mini Milky
Yeah.
Ways.
Sometimes it
Mhm.
was the popular kid's house, and you're like, "Oh, damn
see,
you!"
no kids lived in my
No.
neighborhood really. It was like me and my neighbors,
Oh,
and
mine
that
was
was
all
it.
kids.
So it was like it was just like adults.
Mine was all kids, and I'd
waiting
be
for
like,
us. Which means we got the whole pick of the litter.
go into the the quarterback's house, and of course his parents have full size
quarterback's
candy
house?
bars. Or-
How late were you trick or treating?
No, we had
Sophomore in high
we
school.
had like baby sports in my town.
Oh, true.
Like micro.
The quarterback
we called
of
it
Pee Wee
micro soccer.
football?
Yeah, he's so popular.
He can't hold a football.
Yeah. That's like the version of like suburban nepotism.
The quarterback.
Like your parents putting you
Yeah.
as like
Oh,
the
like
popular,
early on.
like the hierarchy of
There's
popular
suburban
kids.
nepotism
Yeah.
of like rich parents that live around there, and then the kids are popular because of it.
Yeah, that goes crazy.
Not naming names.
My dad's dad was the quarterback.
Yours was.
No, like I mean like
Oh.
yes.
Your quarterback was Archie Manning.
Yeah.
Your dad. Sorry, I said
My
quarterback.
dad-
I messed up the joke.
My dad is Drew Brees.
That's a quarterback. Yeah.
Very nice.
He's
Thank
retired, but
you.
yeah.
He was in a Pepsi commercial with One Direction.
He was. You're
That's how I
right.
know him.
All right. That's I think that's. Oh fuck! I knew it was gonna happen. I started to end
It's
it
just been
right
me
when
on
my
YouTube
camera
for a
ended.
second.
Right when my camera ended.
I was nervous. You should keep
You know,
that in.
this is
I
a
knew
whole this is a
would
whole
happen.
nother 20 minutes. So if we want to keep going with candy, we can.
Y'all
we
ever
done?
get them sticks with the sugar powder and it was like a dip and stick situation? I think they were
Oh,
called
Pick
fun
and
sticks
Stick?
back in the
No
day.
fun dip.
Oh, fun
Y'all
dip was
remember
good.
those?
Fun
Fun
dip.
dip.
That's what
I
they
think
used
it
to
was
call
Fun
me in high
Dip.
school.
Yeah.
Fun dip.
Picks and
Those-
stick.
Baby bottle
Fun
pop.
dips were good. I did like fun dips. I forgot about those. Oh
Think
man,
about
there's
that.
That's
some good
just
candy that I
sugar with
forgot
sugar,
about.
though. If you
Of
think
course
about
it is. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's
Like some
coagulated
candies
sugar.
got some elements, and
Some
then
candies are just sugar. Like a pixie stick is just
Crazy.
sugar.
Yeah.
That
Just
is
sugar, just
so
granulated
nuts.
sugar.
There's
Nerds are probably like that too.
Nerds are. Oh my god,
Sugar.
any sour candy is probably like that. Oh wait,
That's
Skittles
crazy.
or M&Ms?
It depends on my
M&Ms.
mood.
M&Ms, I think most of the time.
I love
Yeah.
a good pack of Skittles.
I like a good pack of
sometimes,
Skittles.
though. Like
I
if
actually like a
someone
bad
Wait,
pack
if
of
if it-
someone
Skittles.
put you in front of
Oh my
me,
God.
I'd probably grab in the Skittles.
Really?
But if I
Mm.
want chocolate,
I'm grabbing the tropical Skittles, the one that's like, you know those ones
yucky.
that's like blue and pink as opposed to and purple and green. You don't
Yeah,
know those ones?
No, I
That's
do.
crazy.
It grosses me
No.
out.
No, those ones are better. I thought.
But I do like the island fruit snacks better.
That's
But if
Oh,
we're,
they're
if we're
fruit
talking
snacks, they're not
special
Skit- they're
Skittles,
not
we gotta
fruit
talk
snack
special
flavored
M&Ms
Skittles.
too.
Fruit snack flavored Skittles. No,
candy flavored candy.
That's
I like my candy candy flavored.
Yeah, for real. But no, the
Because we're talking special
Welch's
Skittles, we gotta
Island
talk
better.
about like Nutella flavored M&Ms. Like it's an M&M with Nutella in the middle. Like
Oh,
special
yeah.
Oh, the
M&M. Have y'all
hazelnut?
had
Yeah.
those?
I
yeah,
think those
or like
came
yeah,
out
like the special
past
ones are
our
even better.
time, though.
No,
There's
they
a
came
few-
out recently.
There's
yeah.
a few big candies that I like
Oh,
now.
yeah,
like
yeah,
even
yeah, they were
cookies and
newer.
cream. I think was on the back half of us trick or treating.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
my mom just got I got cookies and cream Oreos that my
that
mom
makes me
got,
feel old.
and it's weird.
That like
right?
some people are
They made
getting like
Oreos out of
pretzel
Oreos.
M&Ms
I
in their
still
bag.
think that
Ugh.
cookies and cream candies are new. Like cookies and cream candy bars are new.
Kind of.
Like
yeah.
it feels new to me. Oh, also pretzel M&Ms are my favorite ones. I
They're
love
so
pretzel
good.
M&Ms.
That's
those
ridiculous.
are don't-
good.
How
I
good
do
they
like
are.
them.
Hot take: I don't really like peanut M&Ms that much.
I do. And I always feel like an 80-year-old
I like
woman.
peanuts and M&Ms, but the peanuts that they use in the M&Ms for some reason taste weird.
Do you like trail mix?
Without the raisins?
Oh, okay, but that's still peanut M&Ms.
That's what I mean. I don't like peanut M&Ms. I like peanuts and M&Ms separately because
Not the raisin slander.
the raisins raisins are gross.
I know. Everyone hates raisins.
Raisins
it's so
are gross.
sad.
It's a dead grape.
I like raisins more than I like grapes.
That's blasphemous.
Whoa.
I like
Oh my
raisins.
God, that's a
more
whole
than I
nother
like-
take.
I like
Yeah.
yogurt covered raisins better than I like grapes, but
Mm.
it's because there's yogurt.
I
and
like raisins in
sugar.
my oatmeal cookies. That's it. Any
I
other
don't like
context of a
oatmeal
raisin
raisin
is
cookies.
bad.
I never knew that's what they were. I just knew I liked that
Mm.
cookie.
Oh.
And then people were like, that's oatmeal and raisin. And I was like, what?
You just thought
That's-
it was cookie generic. You
Well,
didn't
no,
know
I
it
was
was
like, I
oatmeal
knew
raisin
it-
cookie.
That
like,
is
I would
basic
see it.
cookie.
That is cookie.
I'd be like, that cookie, I like that one. And then people were like, yeah, that's a yucky one. And I was like, that's a yucky cookie.
Yucky one. That was me. I was saying that.
I was like,
I
oh
was like,
no.
that's a yucky
I was like,
one.
I'll take it. It's good.
Oh, did you guys have anybody in your neighborhood who I don't think you could do this now? I think it was even risky to do it when we were kids. Like have homemade treats.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
definitely got some
yup.
homemade cookies in my thing.
I think my parents were like,
Yo.
don't eat that.
I think
My parents were
we
like,
lived in a neighborhood where
they
we
used to
kind of
check
knew
my candy.
everybody. I think my parents let me eat,
No.
like a homemade cookie.
mine was similar, but my parents, I still think were like,
That could be a fake memory, but
anyone could be a pedophile. I'm gonna check your candy. And or maybe they
Someone
were just
fucked this
eating my
candy.
maybe they were just eating my candy when they were checking
They
it.
might have.
but
They almost definitely were. My parents.
We're gonna
Oh, yeah.
check
Oh,
this
you know what's
candy
one
out.
that I used to not like, what I really like now, and I don't know why I didn't like it. That my parents loved was Take 5. They always grabbed my Take 5s.
Have you had it recently?
Mm.
with the peanut butter Reese's Take 5s?
Mhm.
No, just a regular Take 5. You got to try it now.
Why? What'd they
Now,
add?
it's important now. No, it's just
No, I like
better.
them now. No, I
Okay,
like them
because I was
now.
gonna say
Well-
I've never had them, and I was like, oh, I don't want them, and now I've tried
only
them, they're
had
good.
the Reese's ones now though recently
I just
with
remembered
peanut butter in it.
the best candy bar in the world
Three Musketeers.
is 100 grand bar.
Haven't had that.
Mm.
I think I always gave that away too because the aesthetic was off.
It's off, and it looks like old
It
people
looks
candy.
like old people candy.
But they're tricking you because it's just a crunch bar with like almost like a toffee caramel in the center. It's so good.
See, I would like that. I'm a
so
big caramel
good, but
person.
the packaging
sound
was
good.
wrong. This is why marketing matters.
Caramel M&Ms are pretty recent. We never got those. I like
Mm.
those.
Not as good as pretzel.
You know what
Those,
came
might,
out
those are
around
kind
the
of
same?
mid. Not my favorite, but
Not as good as pretzel. I think that the Snickers peanut butter squares came out towards the end of our
Oh,
era.
I think they're gone.
I think they still exist. They are.
I think
I
they.
remember liking them.
I think they came and went.
Damn, is that a wait? Should we look up candies that came and went? Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
a real search that's gonna come up?
dude, I'm about to hit Target after this and go fact check everything we're talking about.
Bro,
so.
I went to the grocery store and Rite Aid, and neither of them had candy corn.
Because they decided that it was
Damn.
actually outlawed. They said disgusting,
Chili
illegal.
outlawed? Are out.
Actually,
Wait,
was that the Delco
candies
accent?
that came out in the 2000s. Is that
actually.
gonna? Here's what candy came out the year you were born.
That's gonna make me throw
This
up.
is actually not what I want. I want like. No, I want candies that like came and went. What candies? Came
Did
out
you
in
ever
2000?
get the kind of sweet tarts that were balls? They came in a,
Tart balls.
they came. It was a very early like Y2K thing. It came in like a cylinder, little canister. It was clear, and they almost looked like little tricks, but they were sweet
No,
tart
I don't
balls.
remember this at all.
I'll find them.
Do you guys remember the
Sweet tart
the
balls.
balls of chocolate? They were called like
No.
Wonder Balls, and it was like
Yes.
a ball of chocolate that had like sour candies in the middle.
Yes, and they still sell them, and now
Whoa.
they're Mario Kart themed, and you get coins. And I've been
Oh.
buying them because
Oh,
I
that's
You
sick.
have?
because I want the Peach and Rosalina coin. I don't know who your
Altoid
viewers
sours
are, but if
were
they're-
discontinued.
They were good. Swoops.
Some of these are I think this is like a BuzzFeed millennial article, so they were like maybe 90s candies that we didn't even get.
Sweet tarts balls. That's what I'm looking at.
Starburst hard candy. I feel like I remember that.
Hopefully
kind of.
nothing crazy will come up.
Oh, underrated candy, Butterfinger.
Like
Not as
this.
big
Yeah,
as
underrated.
Wait,
That's the reaction I expect.
Butterfingers?
Mini
Oh, I
chewy?
kind of remember that. I had a
Kinda,
Butterfinger the other
yeah.
day. This is what I'm talking about.
I do
Nestle
not
Wonder
like
Ball.
Butterfingers. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, fun.
Actually, a lot of these I don't even know what they are because I think they were 90s candies that are gone. Jolly Ranchers, Wild Berry Mix. What?
What?
We like find out that like Twix is discontinued because of this article. We're like, what? Oh, Wonka bars. You remember how Wonka was like a candy brand?
For like a minute. I think it was
I
like
don't remember that.
around Johnny Depp's movie.
Well, they had a Wonka land in New York that I went to.
Oh, I didn't
No,
know
it was
that.
like a full brand. Wonka candy was a real brand. I don't know. I think it still maybe exists, but there was like a section in. Was it the New York Toys R Us that had it? Because I went to New York and there's pictures of me and my other friend that like went to. Is that Ben Shapiro?
No, it's John
It's
Mayer.
John Mayer. I thought it was Ben Shapiro.
The group chat's called "Why You No Love Me," and it's a picture of John Mayer because
That's terrible.
we don't like him.
We
We should make a Jake Gyllenhaal themed one when Red comes out.
candyfavorites.com article discontinued candy. This looks like these are like just by name. This is like a hit list. Oh, some of this is like is the whole brand. Like Brax apparently doesn't exist anymore. That's the caramels. Remember those? BRAC.
Like the golden wrapped ones?
I think so.
Damn.
That's what it says. At least a lot of them are.
Pain.
Doesn't exist.
Is this article just gonna make us sad?
Dr. Pepper gum. That was a thing. Gatorade gum.
Ice cream gum.
M&M's almonds.
Oh my gosh,
Remember that.
Jawbreakers. Did you guys ever see the giant ones?
That they would sell at the bowling alley.
Mhm.
Like literally this big.
Yeah.
So I have a gross fact
What was
about
it?
it. They were so big. Yeah, hold on.
I don't know what this gross fact's gonna be.
They were so big that they took like a while to eat. So Ava's mom got one, and she used to cut off pieces for the kids because you're not finishing a giant everlasting
How would you even do
gobstopper.
that?
She'd take a big knife and just like cut off a little part, and then you would like,
Damn.
whatever.
She's, like,
Anyway.
hacking at it.
So we had it for about 7 years.
I buy that.
To the point where, as like, I don't know, we're a weird family. We kind of think it was like funny to occasionally like lick it. Like,
yeah, sure.
And we called it the community licky ball.
I hate that. That's
So-
gross. The community licky
So
ball.
everyone would like come around occasionally and just like lick the community licky ball, like I don't know, just like in passing to be like funny. But like
Yeah.
it was like a 10-year-old everlasting gobstopper that all of us.
I don't like where this is
licked.
going.
We eventually threw it out because we were like, actually, that's really disgusting.
It's very disgusting.
But I don't know. We were like, oh, the licky ball.
I feel like we need to change the names of our episodes from the hot take to something that we say in the episode because I really want it to be the communal licky ball. I want that to be the name of our episode.
And then just cut that part out. It's not even in the episode.
We just like
It doesn't
say it.
even make it.
Yeah.
Um, A lot of these discontinued candy, a lot of the ones that I'm thinking of, I guess, like are not famous enough to get put on the discontinued candy list because I couldn't find like
Damn.
Snickers. Hold on. Snickers peanut butter squares definitely still exist. Snickers,
Not at Wawa, and that's the only place that matters.
You have definitely geo-locked our podcast now by saying
Yeah.
Wawa. Peanut butter square is it discontinued? Is that what it says?
Gone.
They're selling on Amazon for $11.90. Oh, it's a whole bag. Okay.
Maybe they are discontinued.
Per square.
No. Oh no, they still exist. The ones that are discontinued are the cashew ones, which I didn't even know existed.
Oh, that's nasty.
No wonder
Cashews?
I did not know
Are
they
Snickers
have it.
peanut butter square discontinued? Snickers have discontinued its original Snickers peanut butter bar, but thankfully the Snickers peanut butter squared bar.
But thank you.
Sorry, I can't speak. I'm already drunk from tonight. Just pre.
Yeah.
I got
Just
so
pre.
drunk
You
tonight.
have to get alcohol first.
I do have to get alcohol.
Run.
The Pennsylvania alcohol laws are the fucking worst.
Really?
They're
Are they
so
different?
weird. Oh my god, it's one of the most restrictive states.
Really?
Because you can't sell like
Even
first
more
of all, you
restrictive than
can't-
Maryland?
Well, Maryland, you can't sell it in a grocery store. But you can't sell it across the board, but you can buy it late at
Mhm.
night. Pennsylvania, you can't sell certain alcohols in different stores. Like you can't sell wine and beer in the same store or something like
oh,
that.
I didn't know that was uncommon.
And you
Oh.
also can't sell. So like we go to the grocery store and I see like wine, but we couldn't see that in Maryland. Like that's
Mhm.
still weird to me.
Mm.
But like you can't buy any alcohol past like 10 o'clock across the board.
I didn't
Unless
know
it's
that was
like
true.
unless a bar has liquor license. Like we tried to buy when you got off work one time. We tried to buy, couldn't find it. GoPuff doesn't sell it past like 9 or something, 8:30. And then I literally I got off work one day and I was going to a party and I went to go get like like a Truly or something at a grocery store. I think it was like at Ace. No, Ace is Hardware. Acme. I went to Acme.
I went
I
to
went
Ace
to Ace
Hardware, and
Hardware.
oddly enough, they
I
had
got
no
a Truly
They
alcohol.
had
from
a-
Ace Hardware.
There was no alcohol at Ace, but I went to Acme and I got it and I went to check out and he scanned it and he went, "Oh, actually, we don't sell alcohol after 10 o'clock." And I was like,
That's crazy.
"It's right
Oh my
here."
God.
And he
Yeah,
was
that's
like, "I'm
crazy.
sorry, I can't sell it." And I was like, "All right, no worries." And I left. So
That's weird.
my
yeah,
I didn't know
the
all about
Pennsylvania
that.
liquor laws are like way. I think it's that there was some article. It's like one of the top 5 most restrictive states for liquor.
I can't wait until I'm in Italy
Damn.
because they have alcohol at their McDonald's. And that sounds
In their McDonald's?
like in the drive-thru you can get a McFlurry, a
A
vodka cran, and
A
McChicken.
vodka McFlurry?
Yeah, a vodka McFlurry.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
But I'm
Go
like,
crazy.
that's so cool. And they have like wine with every meal. Like I feel like
Yeah.
it'd be so much better.
It's 'cause
if
it's
just, like-
casual.
yeah, I wish we were like that and
Instead,
not
we
insane.
don't allow it until we're 21 and we binge drink.
And then we
before and
Our
after.
country full of alcoholics,
Absolutely.
diagnosed and undiagnosed.
Oh, this is a text
Oop.
this is a live text from the person that we're going to. 20 night tonight.
Damn.
20 night. What the fuck? I cannot
20 night.
speak.
All
20
right, ladies and
night.
gentlemen, I think it's a sign.
Tonight at 9:30 if you're free. Costumes highly encouraged.
No.
No. I'm going to
Already
get out of
dressed
this
up?
costume. I'm not going to go. We're going to my friend Maggie's. She hasn't been on the pod yet.
Okay,
We'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
her. We'll get her. Not my sister.
Join the
'cause
universe.
That would be impossible.
Oh, Christine is also having a party at her house.
Today?
Yeah, because we were gonna go out to a bar, and now she's like, "Just kidding, my house. So if you want to come."
I have to see what the other.
I'm
There was
Marie
something,
might be
something in
coming.
South Philly. We're like discussing our plans live on the podcast.
Very
you-
cool.
You gotta
Thank you, Casey. Very
Stalk
cool.
us.
go out to a bar. Go out to a pub crawl. Halloween pub
Hmm?
crawl.
They should
Yeah,
have
the
a
weather
better
clears
name
up.
than that.
What?
A Halloween mummy walk. Like I don't know the bar.
A Halloween.
The boo
Dude, I-
crawl. Like I don't know.
Mummy? Sorry. Mummy?
My-
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, Ava just saw a mug in Home Goods that says mummy juice on it.
That's disgusting.
Obviously, if you use that term for your mother is terrifying and disgusting, but also if you're using it in the Halloween context,
a hot
that's almost
mummy
worse.
costume, and then the joke is mummy is actually kind of funny.
Yeah. Mummy.
I think we're running out of content here.
I think we're done.
I think we're done. Thanks for listening. Happy Halloween. Because this is hopefully, I'm going to get it out on Halloween. I promise.
Good.
I
Could be done.
promise.
It'd be crazy.
And I'm not going to cut this part out of the podcast.
The witching hour.
So, happy Halloween for those of you listening and watching. That's it.
Um.
Boo.